Hey folks, welcome back. As always, we're making historic Brawl decks. Right now it's for all the legal commanders in Baldur's Gate. The deck for today is for Lae'zel, Jathinki Warrior, and perhaps more specifically, let me open this up. Lae'zel, Primal Warrior, and we also technically have access to Lae'zel, Blessed Warrior. I'm probably mispronouncing this card's name, but let's just go over what it does because it has a lot of text on it. The default version. So for starters, this is a specialized card, which means you can warp it into different cards during the game. It's a arena-only card. And also, before I go any further, if you just care about the deck list, as always, it's going to be in the description of the video, so you can just expand that and get a deck list that will be importable into MTGA Arena. I think that's all the things I'm required to say. So, Lae'zel, Jathinki Warrior, 3 and a 1 white, double strike, 2/4 with specialized for 1. Its gimmick is when you cast it, when it enters the battlefield, it gets the ability to basically flicker once when your opponent targets it with a spell or ability. Now, I should note that this is a optional trigger. You don't have to flicker it. And if you're wondering why you'd want to be flickering this, all of its morph forms have ETB triggers. So we'll just look at what the white one is. The white ETB trigger, again, it gets a little bit bigger. It's now a 3/6 for 5 with double strike. The white one is when this creature enters the battlefield, specializes. Seek a non-land permanent with a mana value of 3 or less. And the green one is when this creature enters the battlefield or specializes, other creatures in your hand and creature cards you control perpetually get 1/1. So the deck I've built around this is basically ETB green-white aggro. There's a lot of little flicker spells and pretty much everything in here when possible. So we got like Charming Prince, let's see, Kesmet, Antique Collector, not everything, a fair portion of it though. Jaheira, when possible, it's some sort of either perpetual effect or some sort of bouncy dodge. Like Elite Spellbinder, Extraction Specialist, Hang's Executioner, Lulu, Nadaar, etc., etc., etc. This is not the most tuned version of the deck. Basically, the goal for this deck is to ramp out and overwhelm the opponent by then bouncing, warp lay into the green version, bounce her a couple times, and then just shred your opponent down with it. You could probably make this deck better by including more removal, and you've noticed that I'm playing white, but I haven't included any board wipes. But yeah, I have included some of the staple, like March of Otherworldly Light, and I'm pretty sure... Yeah, and Source of Plowshares. But overall, this is not it's not a very control-y deck. It's basically aggro. I've been playing with it a fair amount, so I guess I'll just bring it out and we'll just play some games with it. I can show you how it works. But yeah, the deck list is below. The goal most of the time is to morph it into the green-white version. It's not to say we don't ever use the white version, it's just somewhat more unlikely. And we also won't be using any of the other colors, right? So let's just show it off. You could probably tune this deck and make it better by just... You'd include a bunch more board wipes. You'd maybe tweak what bounce spells you're using to chain the ETB. This is probably a mulligan. Who are we playing against? Tiamat? Yes, it is. Mulligan. That's better. Not great. I'm going to mulligan one more time. That's much better. Keep 6. We'll toss Semester's End. Okay, Forest. So this is just Tiamat, aka Big Dragons Do Things. Looks like it's a ramp version and not a... I'm going to do something funny here. No, I'm not. That will just give him a land. Next and turn. We'll see. We'll do Boys Jazu if he plays the... What is it called? Resolve. We might just get thrashed here, honestly. Ornithopter of Paradise. Yep. So he's sitting on... It's going to be on 6 next turn. My turn. 2-drop, 1-drop. Let's do another green. Here's what we'll do. Harrow, sack a forest. Maybe I should turn on the audio on this a little bit. Grab another forest, grab another plains. And then let's Fragment Reality the Gilded Goose. And slow his roll down just a little bit, because now he's back at 4. Yep, it's big dragon time. So when this... No, it's when ETBs. Okay. What do you do? Exile or create treasure tokens. Okay, there's... Oh, it's opponent controls. Okay. Does this constitute... I wonder if this says... This probably doesn't have a color. Okay, I kind of want Troitsky. Alright, I think this is a game where we go for the white version just because I want to keep Trotsky out. We'll see what he does. He'll probably hold a Tushy to block. I don't really have any combat tricks though. Mirror of Life Trapping is a mixed use here. I don't have a good way to remove it, so I can't use it to cheat death his commander. Whenever it attacks, if you attack with 6 or more. I would like it if I had a way to stop him from playing his commander, but I don't really currently have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go to combat. Yep, he'll choose to get the... I think we're probably going to lose this one. Wonder if I should have... Yeah, he'll do that next turn, which means... What do I do here? Let's do this. See what he does to that. And I guess... Oh, I did this wrong, didn't I? No. End turn. A lot of dragon decks recently in matchmaking. Let me just pause that. So he'll play Tiamat and go grab all of this big stuff. This version of the deck I don't think has my board wipe controls in it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we still have it. He's going to give it haste. Oh, he's not. Interesting choice here, mate. So the fun thing about Mirror of Life Trapping is that, let's see, pass to attackers. My turn. Scry 2. Let's do this. Next turn he'll get Drakith back. Drakith is a 7/7. I can't really deal with that. You know what I can do though? Let's do this. Oops, I did that wrong. Scry 2. Neither of these do anything for me. Bottom of the deck. I like this card. It makes things very chaotic very quickly. Let's see how this is going to go. I don't think we're winning this one though. He's just going to get a handful of cards, and I probably should have mulliganed for settle the. Does it settle the ranks? This version of the deck, because I tweaked this deck a bit. This version of the deck might not have the. We'll scry another 2 with Charming Prince, I think. The interesting thing that I also learned recently about Seek is that it does not. It doesn't shuffle your deck, which is very edge casey, but interesting. Probably should have dug for something a little bit more valuable. Anyway, the fun thing about Mirror of Life trapping is that you actually can use it to permanently exile target creature you control. I probably should have. I know what I should have looked for. I should have looked for my mirror. It's a really good way to permanently get rid of your opponent's commander. Though we're going to get thrashed because he'll play Miriam into everything else, which is just going to be me being beaten down. Yep. Who's he going to cheat out? Probably Gnawbone, I think. Gnawbone would be the smart choice. It'll give him enough stuff to... Okay, yep. So let's do this. I will exile it and dodge your effect. And then when I re-enter, I'll go grab Extradition Specialist. Can I get anything good with this? This is a fun card. Just not going to be good enough to actually win me this game. I think I probably should have mulliganed more aggressively. Because he can just... Oh, I'm surprised he's... I would have gone with Miriam first. Or even Goldspan Dragon, actually, now that I think about it. But I don't think this version of the deck has many board wipes. Maybe it should, but I also don't really care. Ooh, that's lethal. Neat. Yeah, dragon decks are annoying. But they're good. I mean, the reality of it is just the correct way to win that was for me to mulligan until I had like 1, 2, and 3 drop plays and try to end the game before turn 7. And I didn't. Who are we up against this time? Thassa. Ooh. This could be a nightmare. This is keepable. I'll keep this. Elite Spellbinder, Skyclave Apparition, Stores Plowshares, and Stellar Starling Grove. We have a lot of plays. We have 3 land in the right color. There have been some neat decks I've been seeing recently that I haven't, like, they never show up when I stream, but what was it? It's the Cryptozoologist. It's one that generates clue tokens. Or no, sorry, is it investigate tokens? I think the mechanic is investigate and the tokens are clue tokens. But it's a really cool deck that tries to play cards off your opponent's library by generating tokens. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those would all have been good. Let's do this. Skyclave Apparition with mana value 4 or less. Is this going to be just a control deck? Control mill? I think Elite Spellbinder is the right choice. that's an easy pick. Okay, so is he sitting on his counterspell? He is. Oh, let's make him use it. Pretty sure that doesn't have flash. Oh, interesting. He's just gonna draw 2 cards. That might have been the smart move, since he doesn't quite have the land yet. Apparently he did not get the cards he wanted. I don't know. I don't think that was out of the question for him. I think that would still have just turned into a brawl, but hey. They don't have to play it out if they don't want to play it out. Let's see if we can get some good games. I've had some good games that I've lost with this deck. Like games that were fun, sort of back and forth brawls with lots of fun little triggers and stuff. Ooh, Niv Mizzet. Alright, if that's the case, we probably look for 1 or 2 drops. I'm on the play, huh? He doesn't get a counterspell till turn 3. This is not a bad hand, but I think it's the wrong hand for playing against this deck. Yeah. Whatever, we'll keep. Actually, Mirror of Life Trapping is not a bad 4-drop. How do we want to do this? Sorry, my ear was kind of itchy there for a moment. Oh, man. Well, let's play Sterling Grove. So we can go grab an enchantment if we need it. Alright, so he probably has Negate, right? This is probably... Most of the time when I built my Niv Mizzet deck, it was basically control. End turn. But I don't really want him to be able to... Okay, yeah, no, I've got a plan. Well, Roiling Regrowth at the end of... Oh, you know what? Okay, no, you know what the good thing about Roiling Regrowth is compared to Harrow? Roiling Regrowth you sacrifice as part of the ability resolution, not as part of the cost. Yep. Okay, that's what I expected. But that means there are very few... Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll play this person next turn. That means he probably has the mana to counter it, but he doesn't have... Hand, please. Let's play it again. We'll force the counter spell. It's definitely an interesting card. I probably burn Vastwitch Surge to make it green next turn. Just because I think there's a very low chance of the spell resolving in this matchup. The nice thing about this is it's going to pull a lot of aggro. And if he plays Niv Mizzet too early, I will just obliterate it. The cool thing about this spell in this deck is it functions as both piece of removal if necessary and a bounce trigger. It's basically perfect. least 3 red mana. Okay. That's an optional trigger, mate. So you just spent 2 cards to not get rid of this. I'm fine with that. Okay, new plan. Activate ability. Do I want... I think I can get rid of green here more easily. No, we're going to get rid of Aspen Surge. We'll wait till he spends some spells. He's gonna play Niv-Mizzet next turn, right? Did I play Nadaar this turn? I think I play Nadaar this turn to bait out the counter spell. Actually, no, I don't, because he needs the spells in 1 more turn. Okay. Draw 4 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you... That's a lot of cards in hand you have there, mate. Yeah, but I wouldn't give to pull... If I had 1 more land right now, I could just annihilate any plan he has for the future. What did he discard? Fateful End? Well, let's pull this now. And let's scry 1. That's fine. We have Touch the Spirit Realm, so with any luck he will play... Yep, here it comes. We probably make the treasure token. We'll see. He's got a lot of tools to work with. He's got a lot of cards in hand. I hate this card. There's a reason it was banned. That reason is actually just that it's very good in one specific combo deck. And not that it's like secretly ungodly, but it still annoys me. You already played your land for the turn, mate. Midnight Clock. Interesting. Well, let's see if this resolves. It probably won't, but let's still see. I should have done this in a different order. No, whatever. Do I think you have a 2-drop that can actually... Let's see what happens. If he can't counterspell this, he loses the game. I'm not sure what his plan was there. Maybe he just didn't have an out. Because he would have only taken 5 if he'd gone for the other block. Well, there's another win. Let's do... I think he didn't know how to play against that commander. Like the right, or maybe he just didn't have the mana open to do what he wanted. Oh good, it's Jaheira. Otherwise known as draw a card every time you ever do anything. Free mulligan. This is pretty good. We don't have, well, we'll see. No, this should be fine. This should be fine. We're on the play, so we'll turn 2 Druid of Cowl into turn 3 Migration Path, maybe? Thing about Jaheira is that usually it's like it's a combo deck. So the goal is to just, you know, we interrupt that combo and the deck does a lot less. Druid of the Cowl. Turn 3 we can Migration Path potentially and go get another Plains, which means we'll have access to Skyclave. Let's see what he's going to do here. If the answer is nothing, then I'm going to take a different tact, actually. And force him to counterspell. Not sure what yet. Oh no, okay, yep. Globe. So it's going to be one more turn. Okay, there's the Plains actually. Change of plans. We'll do that now. We'll burn the Migration Path to go into green. Jaheira is like very dependent on getting this commander out, right? So, and again, this person, once they're on the board, like you saw last game, it takes at least 2 spells to remove them. Because they'll dodge the first spell, and then they'll get hit with the second, regardless of how you do it. Okay. That might be my... how do we do this? So I can hit him for 8 this turn. Do I do that? Do I just hit for 8? Yeah, I think I do this. What is Jaheira? Jaheira is a 3/3. So let's get rid of your Chromatic Lantern. Hit you for 8, set up to hit you for more, and if you don't commit to something, I can just keep punching your face in. Yep. And that's game. Another quick one. We haven't really had a like fantastic godly game yet, but I think that was 4 or 5. I'm trying to figure out if I just want to end the stream here. Like, it's done a decent job of showing off how the deck works. 30 minutes is not a very long stream, but I'll be honest, I don't feel like completely ruining my mood. Here, we'll go till we get one more win. And now that I've said that, the stream is going to be several hours long, like that one time I played Klement. Okay, Jetmir. This could be a very bad matchup for me. Do I have tools to play this? I don't know what... There's multiple versions of Jetmir. Let's try it. I think this is going to be a loss, but let's try it anyway. I don't know 1-drop, so we'll scry on turn 1. Forsaken Crossroads, we'll say... white. Scry 1. Bottom of the deck. Let's see what the turn 2 is going to be. Turn 2 play is going to tell us a lot. Okay, it's aggro tokens. Turn 3 will be Circuitous Route into the Cavalier of Thorns. And then we're just going to pray that... Let's see what happens, actually. Okay, so he doesn't have 2-drops. That's good for us. Let's let's go get us some more plains and a forest. Next turn is Cavalier of Thorns into Teleportation Circle into... We'll see how this is going to go. Anointed Procession. That's bad. Okay. Is next turn going to be Jetmare? Let's do this. Because we might need to use Boijazu to actually do stuff in a moment. I'll have access to both. Yeah, let's do this. Do I get rid of this and give him land? Okay, yeah, let's see. So no attacks, end turn. We're just going to hold for the moment. If I hold for too long, I will lose this very quickly, is the downside. Okay. Let's not... I can't give him 4 more tokens. That'll just be game. They don't have lifelink, right? So let's play the plains. Do I want to specialize? Kind of. Okay. This is a mistake. Does it give some haste? No. Activate ability. Do I specialize into white or green? This is probably a game where I specialize into white, I think. Because it's less important. Yeah. Let's... Oh, no, I need to specialize into green. Okay. Okay. Let's make a misplay. Okay, so he has 2 more. That's really bad. Okay, so... Well, now I know what the pace of this game is going to be, which is next turn he's going to try to end me, which means I just need to hold the march of... Yeah. I should have specialized into white. Let's do this. He's just going to try to end the game next turn. I would need 2 removal spells, which I don't quite have. Ooh, that was stupid of me. Scry 2. Actually, we're going to leave both of those there, because I kind of need them both. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. I just lost the game with that. Well, I say that, but if he's actually going to give me more turns, it's not a certainty. can I get out of my graveyard that would... Is it target permanent? Target card. Use of Death Touch. Is there a permanent... Is there a card in my graveyard that can win me the game in one swoop? Sort of, but the thing is that he'll get to see that it's there. Do I get rid of Harmonious Archon now? Does it? No, I don't think so. That does make a difference. All the land ramp in the world won't save me, and all the strength in the world won't save me either. So I guess we'll do this. We'll just keep digging for useful answers. Neither of these quite do it. I hate... Well, that I might March of Otherworldly Light. Just out of pure spite. Actually, you know what I might do? Oh, he... this is what, a 6-drop? Alright, what is the most important things to get rid of? Probably that, that, and that. 4 blockers. I should have gotten rid of his flyers or something, maybe. Nah, it's still game. I don't have lifelink. Oh, because the Miari's Wake. I don't like that card. I don't think I own it. It would be... It's just a very good card. Okay, so I think I misread that deck a little bit. I probably should have tried to out-aggro him, but that was long play. I misread... What did I do wrong? I misread that deck. I was... quite wrong. I made that mistake of exiling that card, and then I would have had all the removal I needed, but did not have it. Alright. Ooh, it's Miriam. Okay, let's see how this is going to go. We have a 2-drop. We don't have a 3-drop. We have no hard removal. This is much better. White. Yep, that's fine. Let's go play Leafkin Druid. Do I have an answer to that? Not a good one. That needs to die as soon as possible, so the correct choice is probably this. That's unfortunate. Just the fact that that's going to tick down everything in his hands is just going to accelerate his deck so much. Okay, we might have to just do this, I think. Do I have a 3-drop? Yeah, I do. We'll do this. Get rid of you. Play you. And then we'll do that next turn. Maybe discard Knight of Autumn. We'll see what his 4-drop turn 4 play is. Or Lessa. That's fine. I'm not too threatened by. Interesting. Okay, I guess he was really banking on that and probably had a very expensive hand. Because I don't think that's the sort of game you play when you just feel like you've just lost the game. Alright, so I did say I would do one more win. That's our one more win. So that is going to be the last game of today. But before we do that, let's switch over to this. And we'll enter studio mode. So where does this rank? So specifically, I'm just ranking the green version and the white version. I'm going to put it... So I really like this card, actually, because it has a cool build-around effect that you can trigger stuff with while being somewhat defensible while you play it. The best deck you can probably make with this is probably green-white aggro, where you do turn 4 into, or like turn 4, if you have like a mana dork or something, you do turn 4, specialize, bump all your stuff, and you've been hitting them already, or turn 5. Or you can just do this. The version I have, a couple big cards that you didn't see in that deck were Sworn to the Legion, the big enchantment that gives everything double team, and that combined with this can be quite cool. And also, oh, what's the other one? What's the other one I had? I run Sworn to the Legion, and oh, I'm blanking on it. But making a bunch of copies of everything is quite fun. So I'm going to say A tier. It's basically it's a 3/6 and it's got double strike. Whenever it gets bigger, Arming Gala. That's the other one. Arming Gala and Sworn to the Legion, combined with the rest of just sort of being a aggro deck. That's why things like that enchantment shroud were there. I never really used it to go fetch those, but that's one of the tools it can go get, in addition to just the other enchantments and things like that. So I'm going to put this in A tier, actually. This will be our first A tier. If you're wondering why I'm putting it in over, so just looking at who I'm putting it in over. Like, the Hags are maybe the only one where I'm like, maybe the Hags should be ranked higher. But John Icarus is basically a 3/5 that draws you one card each turn for 5, right? Is he 5 or is he 4? Now I can't remember. Now I have to go check. Let me see real quick. He's a 3/5 for 4. He's fine, but he doesn't really enable any fantastic strategies. The Hags are pretty decent, but they're expensive as a 6-drop, and reanimation is kind of their only thing. Lae'zel can do a bunch of cool stuff, has a built-in dodge, and can be kind of valuable wherever it comes into the battlefield. So yeah, I'm going to put that in A tier, and that's going to be the finishing up this stream. As usual, if you... Wow, it is starting to pour outside. That's cool. As usual, if you like my stuff, something, lick the scrib button and all that jazz. I'm going to keep doing these. If you have thoughts, feedback, leave them in the comments. You loved it, you hated it, let me know. I am still trying to improve at making these useful. And that's going to be the stream for today. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time. Awkward pause while I transit.